I don't want to, but I'm gonna try. When she left me, yeah, died a little bit inside. You know, maybe things are gonna be alright. 'Cause I just wanna see the light.
It's Tier
Yeah, I just
2
wanna see the
showtime!
light.
And they're all in a great time, the moment. But I know which way to go, left or right. It's all eyes on the Ferrari. Stylo has done the impossible. This is the move. This is the moment. And that puts in Rapture on the podium. But it's this man who comes home victorious. It's Red Bull and Drix who win. Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to another round of Moose Racing League Tier 1 action here tonight. My name is Punjew, and I am so excited to be joining you guys for round 8 of the Season 11 Tier 1 Championship. Of course, around the best track on the West. It is the Circuit of the Americas in Austin, Texas. We got that beautiful American flag waving. We got all the wind. We got all the lights, the love, and the action here tonight. And I'm joined by a phenomenal friend, great co-host, and an amazing commentator. It's our good friend, Mr. Pat The Rock. Pat, how are you doing tonight? With the muscles too, bro? Gosh, chill out. I know it's Austin, but you don't do shotgun guns too much, you know what I mean? Pretty Texas thing.
Yeah, I am excited. This is one of my personal favorites in the game. So I love this track with a passion. I've been to this track in real life.
Nice.
And I'm so excited to be back in our favorite Tier 1 race this season. I've been watching all year. It's been so exciting. It should be another banger today, though.
Oh, yeah. Bangers on bangers. Absolutely. I mean, honestly, every single race so far this season's been exceptional. Last week, obviously, was no exception as well, Portugal. And you're right, today is going to be no different. With the S's of Sector 1, 2, and I know some of these guys, they somehow know how to go too wide, throw that stuff as well. They make, corners that should never be too wide look fast when they're going single. So I'm really excited to see what the action is tonight. Now, of course, we've got nothing but good fun with all these guys. Currently 18 drivers registered in, but I think we'll end up getting a full 20. And so I'm really excited to see what they got. Now, before we get into the track map and kind of taking a look at everything that we got for this track, do you have any little predictions for the race tonight? Who you think is going to be rising up to the top maybe, and who you think is going to be maybe getting a little bit smoked?
I mean, I have a prediction. I've been saying this all week. If there's no issues this time, because he just upgraded to a new gen console, I'm calling Sketchy Bull top 5.
Wow, that's a big bold claim. You never know, though.
He's been good here.
He has been. He's always historically been very good here. Speaking of which, we can actually go ahead and take a look at this track map as we take a look at the corners that he has been pretty good at. These 20 corners in 3.4 miles. We're not going to read the non-freedom units because we are in America right now. It is a track that you're right has been traditionally pretty strong for him. Lots of elevation change, lots of quick turns, less right and centers. Of course, we can take a look at some of our old clips from seasons past, season 9 with Golden Drift and Jim Just Rage going up into turn 1. We're going to see a lot of action there, but not just turn 1. Of course, it's also turn 12 at the end of that big DRS straight. This is an overtake from Tier 1 in Season 9, Giants fan versus Arcadia with a huge late dive for a big send from that Williams driver. And, of course, back to turn 1 in the rain, which it does not look like we're going to get tonight. It's Shamrock and Lethal Pete from last season as well. They had a great battle going up into turn 1 in a very nice, clean, easy pass, which is the way you like to see it happen, but does not always happen that way. And we know Sketchy Bull likes to get a little bit sketchy, so maybe we see some sketchy turns from him, some sketchy overtakes. You never know. I'm personally really excited. I hope you're right, honestly. I hope he does well. He needs some luck after this season. Him and Sebi both need some luck because, holy smokes, they have been thoroughly cursed all season long.
Yeah. It's been bad.
I think Sketchy Bull takes, the first place point on that for being the most cursed out of all of them. But I think Sebi's probably a close second, honestly. He's been getting the crap out of the stick, for lack of a better term, quite a lot. So we'll see who's got. I see Giants fans in here. He, of course, wanted to see his own little feature in that little track map preview. I'm sure that's why he hung around. Good to see you, my friend. Hopefully we can convince you to get back in here and do a little bit of sweating around the track. But, of course, let's go ahead and jump over to this track and see what these guys have got, because it looks like qualifying is already starting. A minute and a half into it. Nobody's yet to set a time. But in the qualifying, we've talked a little bit about race. Who do you think is going to stand out here when it comes to just the fastest pace lap?
I mean, it's hard to bet against Minico. He's always been up there. It helps because he's got a good teammate that will help him out in qualifying, give him just that little bit of a tow when he needs it the most, just to get himself in that good position. So he's definitely one to watch. I think Eruption, you can't count him out. I mean, he's done wonders this year. So, I mean, it's probably between those two, but also at the same time, you can't really count out the Williams boys.
I agree. Now, speaking of the Williams guys, one of them was a reserve last week, and of course, they ended up winning it. Let's go ahead and take a look at last race's results. That was Esteban, who was once again reserving here tonight with that win last week in front of his teammate Badunk, who obviously also a Williams guy. So a very strong Williams team last week, and it looks like it's equally as strong this week. Currently, Badunk is there. We do not see Cookie. We're wondering if a reserve maybe jumping in here, or maybe Cookie's going to be jumping in here in a little bit. Fatweed, it looks like, is the one who needs an invite. So hopefully somebody can get him in. Now, of course, outside of that, we had a really great drive from Chazzy, Minico, and Yellow Snowman all running out our top 5, which was crazy. Honestly, those three getting up there was really impressive. But Minico, of course, just barely missing out on that podium. And then Simon Colson just outside of that. And then, of course, Eruption losing some points in the championship battle off of that one. Overall Tier 1 standings, speaking of championship battle, we got Eruption still in the lead in front of Minico, who did move up position, and Cookie moved down 2 positions off of last race. So we've got Eruption legitimately leading the championship, but only by 19 points. That's a P2 and a fastest lap right there, Pat, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
So
and, I mean, Minico can do it.
He absolutely can. Now, of course, he's got to have a 19-point differential to beat out Eruption. So the permutations on that, he would have to like win it and an Eruption would have to get like 7th or lower, I want to say, which is relatively unlikely, though he did have a bit of a howler race last week, so you never know. Outside of that, though, we do see Chazzy, looking pretty strong, sitting there in 5th. Badunk also very strong in 4th, but they're just, they're pretty far away from the top 2 guys, or top 3, excuse me, who are really all just fighting with each other. Yeah, it's going to be very interesting. Outside of that, there's one extra little thing that I wanted to point out, and Pat, you're going to like this one. Do you see who's currently sitting there in currently 3rd place on the championship or on the timetables? 4th now in the Ferrari.
Yeah, that's a tier 4 driver. What's he doing here?
Interesting. So J-Joe, who has won 2 of the 2 races he's competed in today, said, all right, let me go ahead and go run the 3-peat and see if I can win it again here. He's currently on an outlap, of course, but he is 3 tiers out of his league right now. He's currently a tier 4 driver, but hanging out in tier 1, so we'll see what he's got. I am eagerly excited to watch this person more than anybody, but of course Esteban has already thrown down a redonkulous qualifying banker at a 30.5.
Insane.
That's unbelievable, dude. That's a banker. That's disgusting. That is actually filthier than the muddiness of all time ever. That's crazy, dude. I just don't get how you did that. That's unbelievable. Mintaki, phenomenal lines as well. She's going to come across the line. Looks like she's going to be a little bit slower than Esteban, of course. Won't hit that 30 flat. We'll be in the 31s, 31.2. Very, very quick time. Puts her in 2nd place right now. And the 2 McLarens round out 3rd and 4th. Titan, though, obviously a little ways off the pace, but Miniko right up there with Mintaki. The Mins in 2nd and 3rd.
Yeah. I mean, we've seen with Mintaki since she joined the league, she's had pace. So, I mean, she's always got to be one to look out for. I heard that she's not confident here, but I'm sort of calling a little BS on that. Seems like you've shown you have pace. I'm going to see it again here today.
Yeah, I think so too. I think she's going to be more than just fine. She may feel unconfident. I mean, obviously, it might rear its head in the race versus right now during qualifying. It might be one of those things where, when it comes to one lap, it's pretty easy to lock it down and put something decent through. But once we get into the race conditions, maybe, it all crumbles. We're going to find out. I really don't expect to see her pace crumble that much, but, you never know, obviously. We got Marcel Paps out there right now, otherwise known as Eruption, who's doing his actual qualifying run. His first one was an OG warm-up lap, is how he's going to be running this qualifying session, at least for his first run. So he does a warm-up lap and then a hot lap. His warm-up lap, he's not going at any sort of pace. It's not an out lap. It's after the out lap to get those tires up into operating temperatures, because as we know here in F124, it's pretty hard to get the tires locked up into good temps. Have you found any good tricks besides this second lap to get your tires up, or is it just really your only option?
I mean, at times it's really your only option. I know I do a strategy of I do a double run on my first set for quali. So it's like I get that first lap, not really pushing too much, just getting the tires warm, getting warm on that quick that real second hot lap, out lap. Then that second hot lap, I'm really pushing, trying to see what they can do.
Yeah, I'm guessing obviously no ERS in your first hot lap. So it looks like that's what Eruption's done as well. He's thrown down some pretty good corners right there. Ooh, amazing cut over the final corner. It's going to be a 31-0, just barely off it. Still a half a second, though, to go between himself and Esteban's banker, may I also add. Imagine Esteban Ego retires right now, right? Oh, look at Sketchy Pull as well.
Sketchy. I was about to say, it's like, what are you doing here?
Well done. Sitting there in third by just 2,000. He is.
He's proving my point.
Yeah, gaps are already getting close, by the way. Look at that. That's just a 2,000s between Sketchable and Mintaki, and then 5,000s between Titan and Rich Sebi. So, I mean, they're already very tight. Fatweed's going to be going out for his first lap. He is, of course, reserving tonight for Cookies, so big shoes to fill for Fatweed. How do we think we see Fatweed do tonight?
I mean, Fatweed, he almost won the Tier 2 race. He had some penalties, which didn't help him in that regard, but I think Fatweed can do pretty solid here. I think points could be on the cards. I think probably 8th to 10th is probably the best he's going to get, unless he gets some help in the front.
Yeah, I mean, he will be a little bit out of his league. Obviously, he is traditionally a Tier 2 driver, so he's got to, really put down some serious pace, but I think he could do well. I think you're right. Maybe 8th to 10th is a pretty decent result for him. Outside of that, though, I really want to see some good runs from MV1. We always know is going to be pretty quick. He's about to cross the line. And Dreams was looking pretty solid last week until, of course, it all fell down at the very end. Ooh, my gosh, MV1. Whoa, he's knocking on the door with that one. That is a quick one. And Supply Raptor, of course, sitting there in third. This is incredible. Whereabouts is J-Jo, though? That's the curious thing. Oh, my God. How's he in 9th right now, dude? What's he doing, dude?
What is going on
What's he doing? That's crazy talk. Well, we'll see what he can do. That's really impressive. A double reserve for Ferraris, and we'll see if it works out for them. Obviously, right now they're sitting in 2nd and 9th. They're looking pretty solid. Dreams with 31.741, also pretty solid lap. And the 7.4 or 7.97 for Justin Schreier right behind him. Again, gaps are tight already. It's just, man, that MV1 to Esteban though. That is, Esteban's got to be like, all right, okay, I got to work for this now. Like, I'm sure that's what he just learned out of that one.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I can't be surprised that MV1's already knocking on the door in Esteban. So, I mean, Esteban's got a real fight, but it's just a question of who's going to bring it.
Absolutely. Now, I know we were just talking a little bit about Ferrari. Let's go ahead and take a look at the full team standings because Ferrari have had themselves a day so far. Before the day started today, they were sitting in 4th place across all tiers combined. Now, they have had, I believe, 4 wins today already. And I don't even know what happened in Tier 2. They had won Tier 6, 5, and 4.
I think Red Bull won Tier 2.
So they've won 4 out of 5 races today. That's crazy. They've literally already got 100 points on there, which already puts them 2 points away from Red Bull, assuming Red Bull got no points, right? So to give you an idea of just how good of a day so far it's been for Ferrari, it's been unbelievable. Excuse me, 3 wins. It's been absolutely unbelievable. 75 points are basically right there. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Oh, they didn't have Tier 6. That's what it was. Okay, you're right. Yeah. Because Angry Shadow.
I was wondering when that garage was empty today.
Yes, thank you. But yeah, it's also been a good day for Red Bull too. So we'll see what they've got. I mean, obviously that's going to be tight between those two. McLaren and Williams have had about average so far. And obviously same thing with Aston, Mercedes, Alpine. Obviously I haven't really been able to look too much. So we'll see what it goes. As the day goes on. But so far, looking pretty strong for a couple of these garages. Of course, unfortunately, Haas still long down at the bottom. The only movement from last week to this week was Mercedes and Alpine swapping places for 6th and 7th. So that's all the movement we had. But you never know. I mean, look at Sauber. They're knocking on the door right there at Alpine, just 6 points out. Yeah. So the big gaps, though, it's Aston Martin to Ferrari. That is a huge jump up, 100 points between just those two. Yeah. So it's going to be hard for them to make any moves there.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We got Arcadia calling for another win for Ferrari here. He says that there's going to be another win tonight here from either MV1 or J-Jo. Imagine J-Jo wins 3 races tonight.
That'd be insane.
That would be a first of all time for Moose Racing League. I would quit. I'd say I'm done. That'd be insane. Esteban, brother beans. 29s are world records. What are you doing right now? That is unbelievable.
Don't tell me we're hitting a 29. Don't tell me.
He just stomped his time by 4/10.
Yeah.
He's going to get out of the way for a kick. Sauber that blasts through his way through turn 1. He just needs to make sure he has a clean rest of this session. 6.5 minutes left for him to just get back to the pits, relax for a minute, and then maybe go give it one more. I think he should. But his teammate Chazibot is sitting there in 2nd with another phenomenal run as well. So, okay. This is crazy. I'm really good about not being biased. I will say this myself. I am very impressed and shocked by my Mercedes teammates right now. This is way better than they usually do. So good job, guys. This is looking pretty good. MV1, of course, though, like we said, knocked on the door. This is gonna be interesting to see what he's got right here. And Supply Raptor, never count him out. He's about to start his next lap. Let's see what he's got. You want to walk us through it, Pat?
Yeah, on board with Supply Raptor, you really want to hug each apex. You want to cut just enough that it doesn't invalidate you, but you can get just enough time. Gets a few moments in there, but keeping the car very planted right now. Was a very good sector 1, but now got to hug that apex, run down to the 2nd hairpin on this track, go from right to all the way to the left, back to right again, then on the power. Use that bit of overtake that you can use without running out of battery. You got DRS wide open. It's a long straight. Just don't wiggle too much. Just try to keep it nice and stable. Heavy on the brakes. You can cut that corner so much. It's insane. But that's purple too. Hang on a minute.
Looks good.
Good lines there. Take it wide to cut all the way back in. Not the tightest I've seen, but still a very good line there. You want to hug this triple right. You want to wave to where I was sitting that one time at the Grand Prix. But that was a nice line there. get as wide as you can without invalidating. A bit of a moment there.
There it is.
But
Invalidated.
invalidates.
No! That was a 30.8.
No.
That would have been barely slower than his best time, actually, technically. Oh, dude. I think if he didn't invalidate that final corner, he would have had a much better run. He could have gone to the 35s. He probably lost like 2-3 tenths right there.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, man, so far Atchison kicking himself for that one. And he's got to rush back to the pits, too, because he only has 4 minutes left of this qualifying session, so he's got to make a move on. Marcel Paps, of course, doing his second out lap right now. He is invalidated, so he's running back to the pits, actually. He's going to go ahead and give one more shot. MV1 also invalidated. He will likely be going back in the pits. Yeah, there he goes. So everybody's going to recharge and get ready for another one, except for Freddie Razel. He's starting a lap right about here.
So
no, he's on one. See if Freddie can improve. He's at a 32.0. That is not an exceptional time here for Tier 1, so I know he's got a lot more in the tank right here. He's going to decide to go in. But yeah, I mean, wasn't the best right there.
Yeah, Mintoki's actually starting to run now. Interesting. A bit early for my liking.
It is early for Mintoki. You're right.
Or this might be a second out lap.
Looks like a second out lap. Yeah, it's going to be second. Okay, that makes sense.
That makes a lot more sense now.
Yep. Also, yeah, Yellow Snowman is in chat. He's saying that I think Esteban may steal my job after his performance tonight. I mean, honestly, it is looking pretty bad for you. I'm not going to lie to you. And Chazzy says, Ark says, I missed the Chazzy slander before the season. It's all gone now. His results have proven that that slander was misplaced. This has been really impressive for him this season so far. And Esteban says, are toes allowed? The answer is yes, they are allowed.
They are not illegal.
Yeah, and watch the Williams guys. When it's both the drivers in there, Cookie and Badunk, they are the textbook way to do it. Because I've never seen a teammates have better synergy than what those two can do in a qualifying session. It's absolutely incredible. I mean, the McLaren guys do a good job too, right? But honestly, they're better. Like, I can't even lie. They are the best team in this year, for sure.
They are better, but I would still give a shout. I know, slight bias, but they do a very good job. I know they're in a BC right now talking. They're both on track, just planning on a good gap, which I know they're going to do on the long straight, the back straight.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting, though, because they're both on outlaps, right? So they're not really going to be able to help each other at all.
Yeah.
They're just going to have to go in and throw
in between.
Exactly. But if you look at the two Mercedes, they're also not able to help each other. So I'm really not exactly sure what they're looking to do. Maybe Chazzy is, going to allow himself to give up his best lap just for the sake of helping. I'm not sure, but
I don't know.
Yeah, this is very interesting right there. Mintaki, though, we had mentioned she's on her lap right now. She's sending it. Goes through the first couple sectors. The first couple corners of the S's looks very good. Really tight. It's cut over that big curb, right? Does. And cuts over it perfectly through, I want to say it's turn 7. Great corners up the hill. It's a little bit of a snap right there, but keeps it in the lines. She's looking good. This is going to be a quick lap. She keeps its pace.
Yeah, added a little bit of time through 1, but I mean, it's early. You can find so much time, especially in Sector 3.
Yeah, Sector 3, and then that triple right-hander that you mentioned, I mean, that's like one of those secret corners, which if you have the perfect line, it gets you tenths, multiple tenths, if you really nail the line. So definitely a lot of room to grow right there. Let's see what she's got. She comes across the sector marker pretty soon. Is she up or down? Looks like she is up, but only by 800ths of a second. So it is very tight. It would put her in front of her current teammate for the night, Sketchy Bull. So Sketchy Bull definitely sweating bullets right now, making sure that he tries to keep that lead that he's got on his teammate Esteban, just about to start their hot lap as well. I'm going to finish off watching Mintaki because I believe she'll be the first one to finish her qualifying session, but she's got an Esteban right in the way. Oh, no. Which one was that?
That was...
It's not Marcel Paps. It's the other one. It's Shry. Shry will be receiving a quality ban, guaranteed on that one. That messed up Mintaki's big time. Oh, yeah. Mintaki is going to be fuming out of that one. And Shry, he's going to go right by her while she pulls over. Oh, man. I'm sure she's not going to be stoked about that one. That was sketchy as heck. Shry just did not notice. Was paying too much attention to the hypnotizing red and white lines. Badunk?
He's invalid.
He has. That's the best he's got. What about Esteban? Esteban has invalidated, but Chazzy is getting the fattest toe of his life. Esteban has said, no one's beaten my 30.1. Let me go ahead and help my teammate. Watch this. Chazzy about to slingshot pass. Big pull out from Esteban. Perfect execution from the two Mercedes drivers. But Esteban lets Chazzy invalidate the corner right after they get the toe. Oh, man, that's unfortunate. So both those two are invalid. That's the best laps they're going to get. MV1, though, is he up? He is, but only just. Looking faster for sure. As Arcadius' chassis moment for real. I think that's probably about right. Also, what's going on, Irons? I see him in the chat right here. How's it going? Also, hello to K-Sizz. Hope you guys are all having a great night tonight, watching some good Tier 1 action. Let's see what MV1's got right here. He's on a heater. Marcel Paps also right behind him as well. So MV1 will be the one to cross the line first. Will he be able to steal that coveted pole position for the night here tonight at COTA? He's got 4.5 tenths to make, or 4 tenths to make this one happen. Just barely stays within the white lines. Does not get the pole, but does go in a second. Ooh. Looks really good. Marcel Paps, though. Eruption is quick. He's 2 tenths up in his best lap right there. It would put him into the 4s. Can he get 2 more or 3 more tenths out of this final sector? I don't know if he's going to do it. Will not quite, but he does grab second. An amazing lap from him. And Supply Raptor, as we know, never out, but he is out actually. He's got an invalidated lap. He will only have 6th at best. Mintaki will not get another shot at it. J-Joe, what's he going to do in his qualifying session? 12th, 31.5. That's slower than his best time earlier today in his earlier qualifying session. So he went even slower than he probably could have. That's incredible. But of course, the big gap, the closest gap is City of R and Mintaki, 1/1000th of a second. Mintaki easily would have had multiple positions if she did not get that invalidated or that held up lap. Easy.
Yeah.
Wow. This is crazy.
Woo.
This is gonna be interesting. This is gonna be very interesting. Fatweed, of course, not setting a time. Starting in last, though. Honestly, he probably would have done it either way, just on pace. Just kidding, Fatweed. Okay, looking at this qualifying, we see Esteban obviously in the lead, and he won last week. Do we see another Esteban win tonight, or do you think Eruption's going to give him the heat?
I mean, it's hard to argue against the pole position, but I'm going to slander my own teammates. Guanfro got it in Tier 3, and he only got 6th best. So, I mean,
that's a good point.
Pole here is not a guarantee. So, I mean, really, anyone most likely in the top 4 has a true shot at it. I don't think Minako has the pace today. I could be wrong. I would like to be wrong.
That's a good point.
But I think top 4 is any one of those is a fair pick.
Well, those top 4.
I don't think it's just Esteban.
Yeah, we got Esteban, Paps, MV1, and Chazzy making up the top 4. The Minico Supply Raptor, B-Dunk, Sketchable, City of R, and Mintaki round out the back of our top 10. And then, of course, it's Happy Like Pies, J. Joe, Shry, Dreams, Freddie Roselle, and the rest of the crew that I didn't get a chance to look at, rounding out our back 10. I mean, it's going to be anyone's race. You're right. We will see what happens. Hodor saying P1 and P2 are just unreal. I mean, that's absolutely facts. They are unbelievable. So we'll see what they got. And MV1, of course, is the one who's saying P1 and P2 are unreal. Let's see what he's got. He's got a lot of work to do, but you know what? It's definitely doable as we are about to go racing here at COTA. Any final words of cautionary tales? Hope, advice that you could give to these drivers before they go out and go send it?
Please no Turn 1 torpedoes. I've already seen a few of those today.
Okay, torpedoes.
The stewards have enough on their hands this week. Let's try to be nice.
I think Turn 1 torpedoes are exactly what we need, honestly. I think it's exactly what we need. We need crazy dives. We need everybody to go 2, 3, 4 wide to the S's would be ideal.
Oh my.
Yeah, I'd like 3 wide to the S's. I want to see at least one group try 3 wide to the S's. I want to see it.
Someone's going to try it. It's going to end poorly, but someone's going to try it.
I think this is the only tier where it wouldn't end poorly.
Oh yeah,
and that's why I want to see it. I want to see it do it.
If it's going to happen in any tier, it would be Tier 1, but I still think the track during the S's is so tight that it's 3 wide, I don't know how you're going to fit all those cars.
Yeah. I mean, we fit a lot of ego in this tier, so I think we can fit a couple cars right there through a couple corners. Let's see what they got. Also, D-Match was on my side. Let's go, D. Yes, we want to see it 3 wide. No heroics in the Santa Fe. Good thing that we're not at Santa Fe. You can just do whatever the heck you want here instead. Heroics everywhere. That's what we're talking about. We're going to see nothing but insanity. The run up to Turn 1, obviously a huge climb up the hill. I believe it's, 6, 7 stories tall of a climb?
Yeah.
So we'll see what these guys got. We got 2, 3, 4, 5 lights are on. Let's see what they got here. We're about to go racing here in Tier 1, and we are off with Esteban with a pretty good launch, but Marcel Paps not quite as good of one. MV1 definitely not a great launch. In fact, he's going to get beaten out to the line by Chazzy, but potentially going into Turn 1. It's a huge dive from Chazzy in the Mercedes, but gets a lockup, and I think it's going to be MV1 who's going to come out on top of that one. Looking farther back, it looks like we're all shuffling through. Nobody's spun out yet. We do see some wing going. Oh, it was a big wing. Got chopped off right there. Not exactly sure through who. But it's going to be an interesting line for some of these guys going through the S's. Nobody's going to go 3 wide. We are seeing a couple of little battles here there. Oh, actually, people almost did go 3 wide. It was Titan, Sketchable, and JJ literally almost went 3 wide to the final bit of the S's, but they decided not to. Titan's going to lose some more positions. He does not have a broken wing, but he just has a bit of broken pace. He will come across still alive Darth Q-Man at the very back now. Fatweed and him are fighting it for sure. And a bit of smoke coming off of the back of MV1 under braking. But everybody seems to have held station just about, with a couple bits of movements here and there. Taking a look at that, looks like we've got movement from Badunk going up to Miniko, dropping down to, so those two basically just swapping spots. A big dive actually from the Aston Martin. Justin Schrei going to make a move on the inside of Happy Like Pies. I think it's going to have it stuck, probably. Happy Like Pies doesn't want to let it go, though. He's going to stick in this thing. They're going to stay right next to each other, neck-and-neck racing between the Alpine and the Aston Martin. It's a little bit of a twitch as well, and a big send from the Aston Martin, who does not quite give room for the Alpine, and I think it's going to be a move done and dusted. It could be just fair racing, hard racing, but it was definitely aggressive. JJo right behind in 11th has already made a position up as well. Sketchy Bull, you said was going to have a great race tonight. He's down 4 positions, along with Mintaki. Both the V-Carbs having a bit of a rough start. In fact, Sketchy Bull has a broken wing.
Oh, no.
Lap one.
Sketchy, you had a job.
He'll be the only one to pit on lap 1. Oh, man, that's rough. He needs a safety car now. Esteban, though, still leads. The top 4, you said any of them had a shot at it. Those 4 are 4 of 6 drivers to hold station on lap 1. The rest of them have all moved up or down, at least in some way, shape, or form. And the hard to medium, compound differential is very interesting. Which do you think was the right tire for these guys?
I would say, I've seen both work. I would personally say mediums because they are a lot more responsive on the start rather than the hards. But MV1's making it work on the hards, though.
That he is. We have a 19-car DRS train still, with Mr. Titan just barely being the one to break it as of right now. He's just a second away. But I think he'll be able to catch back up to the back of JJo. Remember, he's losing out to a Tier 4 driver. Yeah, he's right there. So, I know he's not going to want to lose out this one for sure. Dreams, loses multiple positions, has a big snap of oversteer coming out of the hairpin. And he's going to lose a lot of time. Goes from 15th, I want to say, all the way down to 18th. So unfortunate for him right there. But JJo, seriously, absolutely punching above his weight right now. Looking really strong. Rich Sebi making a move right there, but does not make it stick on Darth Q-Man. On Freddie Rozelle. And like I said, it's kind of all, starting to calm down a little bit here. We're all starting to hang out, relax, and get locked into here. Who's been your standout 2-lap driver so far?
It's hard to go against Schrei right now, going up 4 positions, having a great start. Also, Titan as well. Didn't expect Titan jump, but I will take it.
That's true.
For personal reasons.
Yeah, for what personal reasons, huh?
We have a spin.
It's Sebi. Nah.
Unfortunate.
Are we? Yeah, of all the people to do it, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Rich Sebi has been, one of the ones to down talk himself more than almost anybody else. We get that beautiful helicopter view. I was wondering where we could get this one through the S's. Looks great on the watching over Chazzy bot through the S's. Obviously sitting right there in 4th, looking quite comfortable as well. Doesn't look like he's pushing too hard. Doesn't look like he's, hanging out as well. He's just playing his race, hanging out normal. Miniko, though, is chasing down Supply Raptor really close to his tail. So with a good enough exit, I think, out of one of these corners, it could be a pass done and dusted down DRS straight. Supply Raptor is low on energy. I can see a little bit of a blink right there coming out of the hairpin. So he is nowhere near out of all the action right there. Justin Schrei way behind, though. 2 seconds out. City of R going to look for a move down the inside. It's going to be done and dusted for short way before we even get to the braking zone. And it's going to be, the Aston Martin actually decides to try to stay too wide with him. We'll make a move up the inside here. And they are hanging out and fighting big time. Schrei, I think, maybe has it done and dusted. Maybe not, though. City of R just barely keep that inside. Yeah, I know this is tight. But Schrei, there he goes and gets it.
Wow.
Woo.
That's some good information for the cars behind. Just that outside line there has some traction.
I'm sure they're thinking about it. And also, someone's putting up a really good point. MV1 is staying in the race at the top on the hards, along with Supply Raptor. Only 2 drivers into the top DRS train, the top little pod on the hards. Everybody else on the mediums. I think the mediums were the right move for the start. City of R and Justin Schrei still fighting it. Go through turn 1. They are not letting go. And City of R is going to have to back off of that one. Happy Like Pie is going to get a good run going to the S's, but he will not be able to use anything out of that run, as obviously the S's is not a passing zone unless you're crazy.
Yep. All right, give me a second.
Of course, yeah. Now, right now, I just want to point out, JJo is literally 1 position away from scoring points. As D-Master says he's going to lose his mind, I would too. Oh, no, we got a spin from Mr. Titan. Oh, he's had a bit of a spin there through the S's. He's going to have a very slow rejoin. He's got a Haas coming up behind him, and he's not going to get in the way of Rich Sebi. Unfortunate for Titan. He's now back into 18th. No safety car to save him as well. Oh, hold on a second. Oh, no. Titan having really hot rears. Is really struggling to get back on track. He's actually going to have Sketchable right behind him. Needs to be careful about how he rejoins it. Ooh, Titan has rears. The heat of the sun right there. In fact, he's going to go ahead and let Sketchable go because he knows, yeah, this is just not even worth it. He needs to cool down those tires big time. So unfortunate for Titan, he is very much so out of this race without a safety car. Of course, it's up at the front. And Minico is actually losing touch with Supply Raptor in that DRS train. It would put Minico in no man's land. He needs to burn some energy just to stay in this thing. Otherwise, he is way out of this thing. There's no way he can catch back up if he loses it. I guarantee you, it's almost impossible to catch up to the train. So,
problem is, he's already down to 20%. He's under it now.
Yeah, he did get up close enough to the point he could get DRS, but only just. He's really cheesed it. He didn't get any slipstream out of it, so it's just DRS. And now he's got to have an incredible S's. Otherwise, he's stuck in no man's land, and it'll be only a matter of time before City of R catches him, because that pack behind him does have DRS to help. Another yellow flag right there. It's going to be Titan as well, with another spin out. Actually, his tires are just absolutely ripped on right now. Something's up with him for sure. So really unfortunate to see. Long ways away from him getting lapped. Definitely. Oh,
okay.
Yeah, just cannot even turn. Something's going on. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but something's really going on. So I don't know if he's going to go ahead and pop into the pits or what, but we shall see.
Body damage, rear wing damage, maybe.
Could be rear wing damage, yeah. That would definitely do it.
The way that just turned all of a sudden.
That was out of nowhere, I agree. And we got a pass right there, actually, at the front.
Yep.
First time, Titan's gone ahead and retired, unfortunate for him. We had our first pass at the very front. It's Eruption finally taking the lead of this race after 5 laps of holding station. Esteban will stay patient behind, though. Oh, just kidding. A bit of a snap of oversteer on throttle. MV1 says, I see you getting weak. I might make a move here sometime soon. He's not going to have a chance to do it quite yet. 18 drivers left in this race as the McLaren has gone and retired from this race. They should not be a problem for these drivers as that car goes out on track and does a weird pull over to the side retirement thing that it does. But
or is it going to do a lap again?
It shouldn't do a lap. It's usually going to pull over at the edge of like turn 2 on the runoff on the left side.
There it goes. Oh,
let's hope it does.
It's not.
It's still driving, I know. But it's
Oh,
okay.
No. Well,
we're gonna stay on a POV right here from the leader. What's the leader gonna see? Yeah, it's pulled over to the right side. There it is, or the left side. Excuse me. So
I had concerns. I had flashbacks.
I did too. I was definitely a little bit scared for them as well, but luckily enough, they got lucky. Badunk gonna catch a warning right there for sure, as much as he cut off the track right there to the S's. MV1 catches the first 3-second penalty of the night. That's a big development for the race for sure. That's gonna be a huge penalty as the race goes on. And J-Jo is fighting Mintaki hardcore, coming out the back of the S's.
Wow. J-Jo trying to put up a fight as much as he can, reserving up 3 tiers, just trying to eke out anything. And right now, I mean, he's got a good fight on his hands, but he's also got to make up ground if he wants to sneak out at least a point.
And he's got a haul for sure. Justin Schrei's gonna get past him. Just kidding. He has a huge late break right there, and he's gonna try to defend it from Happy Like Pie. He's gonna move over to the left. Does not want to let Happy hold station and keep him on the right side there. But Happy Like Pie is gonna say, no. I will hang out where I want to. I've got the right now. I like this fighting right here from Happy Like Pies. They're not falling back from City of R, but it's going to be a move right there from Justin Schrei, but only just. He needed to get that one done and dusted right there, and Schrei now going to charge up on City of R sooner than later, I'm sure. Of course, all 3 of them on the identical tire strat, so no advantage for any of them. J-Jo, though, right up on the back of them now. He's going to stay very relevant for sure. How many more penalties do you think we get tonight, Pat? I mean, 3's already, but I think we're going to get a lot more, right?
I think we're going to see some more for sure, because they're proving our point.
Let's go!
Sebi getting a 3 himself.
Thank you so much, Rich Sebi. Now, Rich Sebi and Sketchy Bull, the homies that are always getting very unlucky, are currently sitting in last and second to last place. So very unfortunate for those 2, but you know what? You never know. They could get lucky with a safety car. Still 21 laps of racing to go. It's absolutely anybody's race so far. MV1 definitely hanging tight on the back of Esteban. Esteban actually losing a little bit of touch from the guys in front, but B-Dunk and Supply Raptor are going neck and neck right here. Coming out of the DRS shot. Who's going to have the run? I think it's still neck and neck. I think Supply Raptor's going to go ahead and get through. Yeah, Badunk just said, hey, go ahead. I think that was a give up right there. Oh! Supply Raptor! Ooh,
that's damage.
I don't know. I think he may have gotten away with that.
I swore I saw some carbon fiber on my end, at least.
Maybe he did. That could be a race changer right there for sure. But Chazzy, now a whole second away from the leaders. He's going to have to haul through this triple right-hander. I think he'll barely be able to get the DRS, and he will. But he's going to have a phenomenal next two corners. Luckily enough, he does have a lot of energy charged up, so he should be fine to defend against Supply Raptor and Badunk behind him, who will be chasing aggressively for sure. As of right now, it's a double Mercedes podium with the Aston Martin sitting on the top of it, assuming time penalties go through. Eruption, you said, was going to be good tonight, and he is very good. We have a yellow flag in the back, I want to say, but it's been cleared. It was Mintaki. Yeah, Mintaki having a bit of a bad exit, and she's down to 15th. Oh, big run from Dust Q-Man. Huge run. Mintaki, great first-person view of that one. That was great. And notice J-Jo, look where he's at. One position away from points still.
I mean, he has the pace to get it done. I mean, he's showing it right now, and as he's chasing down Mr. Happy, who's changed his name from Happy Like Pies just to Happy.
Yes, though it does. If I'm being honest with you, if he's in 10th place, he's probably not very happy. He's probably sad. So I think he might need to change.
I mean,
it again.
I'm sure Happy will take any points that he can get.
That's a fair point. I mean, Tier 1 is super scrappy. I know he's not. He usually says he doesn't belong up here, but I think today he has shown that he does. P10, I think, is still a very reasonable and respectable result right there. Justin Schrei right now, obviously in front of him, will not be able to catch up City of Art down this main DRS straight. That's usually the best passing zone because Schrei is down to very low on the battery. He's trying to charge up right now, and Happy Like Pies and J-Jo are just staying in a very strong position. Up at the front, it's still MV1 and Esteban and Marcel Paps that lead up the podium. And MV1 yet to be able to make a move on these guys. With that penalty, do you think he's got any chance for a good result? I think it's done for.
I wouldn't put it pat. I think it still could happen. If the rest of them get some time penalties, it switches straight to it's anyone's game. And he's thinking about a move. No, it's too far back.
Yeah, just a bit. If it was a different tier, I would say maybe we could see a 2/10 move. But yeah, we never know. Also, I'm thinking D-Master says, where does J-Jo belong? You know, obviously, if I was to gut reaction say it right now, I'd say Tier 2.
Yeah, I would say Tier 2.
We'll obviously see, but, you know, obviously with a new game, you never know. You can never tell before you actually get these guys racing. And so they've always put in a lot of work so far this season. So it shows when they get up onto the racetrack and they go put it down. I can't fault them for that, you know?
Right. I mean, a lot of these drivers are putting in some very good work this season.
Yeah. Another great example, someone's putting in the work. I know this guy, ChazzyBot, who's sitting in 4th, is putting a lot of work. He heard so much smack talk during that draft. That lit a fire under him for sure. And he has been driving like, you know, his life depends on it every single race ever since then. So I think that's definitely made a big difference. Marcel Paps of Eruption and Esteban, of course, still leading in front of him by just a couple positions. City of R and Justin Schrei trading positions now going down the straight. Happy Like Pies will not be able to make the double over City of R. City of R will just lose one. But Happy with a great line. Coming out of turn 10. Or sorry, turn 12, excuse me. It's still so tight with these guys. And J-Jo, of course, still in the bridesmaids position of P11, one position away from a point. Oh,
yeah, it's your favorite position.
It is. Well, I didn't say favorite. It's just my most common. Definitely not my favorite, for sure. Yeah. Miniko grabbing 3.
Miniko.
So we've got now 12 seconds on the board of total penalties. And Miniko obviously way out. Like I said, as soon as he lost that DRS, look how far he's out now.
Yeah, I mean, it's already 5 seconds. I mean, that shows you how much stronger having DRS is each lap.
It's big time. Now, someone's mentioning, Arcadia says that the hard should start coming to their own right around now, and I think you're about right. A lot of people will start pitting right around lap 11, is my guess. I don't think we see somebody pit this lap, but the lap after this, we'll see people pit.
I've seen people pit on lap 10.
I did. But I personally
you did.
I personally think people will wait one extra lap longer.
Yeah.
But you never know. And you can't count anything at this point.
Right.
Also, D is talking so much smack right now, saying my favorite position is position behind reserves. Rude, sir. That's messed up. Happy Like Pies and J-Jo. Yeah. Passing up Schrei. Schrei had a really bad exit coming out of the S's. And J-Jo, Happy, and City all stand in front of him. In fact, J-Jo looking for a move on Happy Like Pies. There's no way. In fact, he might even burn some energy. He is burning energy. Happy's also burning energy just to stay ahead. Happy's going to make a move, not just stay ahead. In fact, he's going to make it on City of R. And J-Jo look for maybe a triple wide, but he's going to decide to back out of that one. Smart move right there. Big corner cut from J-Jo. If he doesn't get a track limit penalty right there, I have no idea how. He's going to stick around the outside there of City of R. They're still too wide. Oh, almost ends a disaster, but they barely make the tire rubbing work. And JJ's going to take the inside line. He'll be able to have it, and that's a move. Done. Took a couple corners, but he does get it done.
Yeah, I got very interesting as we have pit stops.
There it is.
You are wrong, good sir.
I was wrong. You know what? Hold my hands up. That's fine. Oh, we got somebody spun.
Oh.
It was Mintaki, I think.
Oh.
Yeah. Unfortunate. Looks like she's going to be going into the pits, maybe. Oh! Broken wing?
More?
Oh, fully broken wing. Yeah, wing's all the way gone.
Oh, wow.
Anteater style. She's out here doing a little one of those big nosers. Oof. Big rough. So, unfortunately, she's pitting off the hards right now, and that's definitely not what she wants to be pitting off of. She wants to be pitting onto the hards. So, really unfortunate for her. And there's only 9 drivers that decide to stay on their tires. Sketchy ball, excuse me. 10 drivers that decide to stay on their tires so far. Sebi obviously making a pit earlier. So we'll see how this works out for these guys. Top 9 all still on their tires. City of R, Minico, Estimba, and Paps are especially brave though for staying on those things.
I mean, they should be pitting either now or lap 12. After that, you're losing way too much time to the brand new tires. But I mean, this is still, it's really the pit window. It's really lap 10 to lap 12 is the realistic pit window for hards. Unless we get a safety car lap 8, which we've had a few times today, which at that point, it makes perfect sense to go to hards to the end.
Yeah, just jump on, yeah. I mean, I think we're going to see all these medium runners go in right now. I'd be shocked if we didn't. If we didn't. We do have a spun out car. Shry, yeah. He just spun coming out of the hairpin. So, still no safety cars tonight, though. There goes Paps. Estimba stays out. Minico is going to be the next one. Let's see if he's going to go in. Minico and City of R, of course, the two that I'm watching. Minico will decide to go in. What about City of R? What's it got here? City of R will go in as well. Late pit exit, as he should. Or late pit entry, excuse me. Which is a question of where is Paps going to come out? He's got JJ behind him. JJ's going to pass
JJ's
him.
ahead.
JJ's in 4th. Fatweed's in 5th, so Paps has got to pass up that. But he's got Chazzybot chasing him down. So, the undercut from Chazzybot looks pretty strong, and Badunk as well. They're definitely right up on the back of Marcel. Yeah, they're now within DRS, and Marcel's obviously going to have very cold tires going through the S's, and Chazzybot's going to make advantage of that. Look at him. He's still very much so flat out going through the S's, putting it all down the track. Oh, yeah, an incredible back half of that one. And Shry has decided to retire into the pits right there. He's went ahead and gone through it, so who knows? I don't think that Eruption's going to get traffic, though. I think he's going to end up being fine from Fatweed ahead.
He was in the lead.
He is. I'm not surprised. I mean, obviously, he's the only one who was, still on those hards, right?
Oh, yeah, he's got him and a few others that have stuck it out, but he was in that main group that's still on the hards, and now, I mean, he's got the pace over Estima, who should definitely be pitting in this lap.
Yes. Yeah, very good point. Now, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the penalties right here. We got MV1 and Minico both on 3s, along with Sketchable on 3, and then Sebi sitting at 6. So we got a total of 15 seconds of penalties across the entire field. And remember, on tire-wise, we got MV1, who's going to make the move right there as Estimbot's going to go into the pits. I'm curious about this long overcut, where this is going to work for him, because look at this Ferrari of JJ and Fatweed as well. He needs these two guys to be holding up the guys behind him, but I don't think they are. Dude, I mean, Esteban's going to be coming out right in the thick of this thing. Oh, my gosh. He was leading this race. Is he going to be coming out in a bad spot? Did he wait too long? If he did, it's going to be just by a lap. I think he did. He's going to come out at the back of the pack, actually. Everybody will be in front of him, and he's going to sneak right in behind Badunk. And he's got a lot of work to do now, but he will have fresher tires going to the end.
He will have fresher tires, which will help him at the very end, but for right now, it's not going to do much for him as the other cars have warmed up tires.
Correct. I think he should have gone one lap earlier because, I mean, look at this. Chazzy went, early, right? And he could have just gone one lap after that to avoid the double stack and been fine and still at least, just been right on it. But he overcut right there. And it's really not paying off for him.
It's not, but what's actually kind of helping a little bit is JJ and Fatweed duking it out, holding up.
That's true.
This pack.
Oh, what's Eruption going to do right here? Oh, my gosh. Oh, no. Eruption thought about it. He decided to back out. Well, just kidding. Maybe he's going to go for it. No, he's not. It's going to be a big battle between the Williams of Fatweed and JJ. And now Eruption's stuck in the thick of it. And he's going to go 3 wide right here, and he's stuck between 2 cars who want an alternate strategy, and there's a yellow flag behind him as well. It's 4 cars getting involved with this thing. Esteban's right there, and there goes a huge move from the Aston Martin. Going to take the inside line, going to bump off. Fatweed says, this is mine, thank you very much. And now Esteban's stuck behind the 2 cars that are fighting it off. This is crazy.
Oh my god.
That was a great move from Eruption, though. That was a potential race-winning move right there. Huge. And Esteban just has to stay behind JJ again. He is going to be kicking himself, saying, no, let me get through these guys. Going to make a big lunge right here. Yeah, it's going to be done and dusted for sure. But will he be able to get Fatweed as well? That's the big question. I don't think he's going to be able to send that one.
That's a lunge and a half. He's going for it, though.
There it is. I knew he had to do it. He had to try. And he's going to have the exit line, too. And Fatweed just does not have the traction to get out of there. So there goes Esteban, and he's still within it. He's only 7/10 out. It is absolutely reasonable for him to catch back up to Eruption. This race is nowhere near over yet.
Yeah, just
tight battling.
Insane.
Go ahead.
Just insane how these guys have to make these moves on these cars on different strategy. Oh my, as J-Joe and Fatweed nearly both died there.
Yeah, and let Badunk go through, though. Absolutely. Yeah. So he's going to be happy about that. J-Joe's still sitting in 7th. Chazibot right behind him has had a rough time on this exit, or on these outlaps, but and he's also not going to get DRS once again. So he's really got to have some serious speed, otherwise he's going to be in a bad spot. Freddie Rozelle and Darth Q-Man sitting in 13th and 14th. They just swap position. Fatweed and J-Joe swapping position as well. It's going to be J-Joe down the inside of Fatweed. Fatweed's going to try to take the undercut, or the switchback. I think he actually had the run on him, too. That's pretty impressive. And we're going to see Chazibot with a... I mean, they're still side by side, and it's going to be J-Joe through, but just kidding. Fatweed's going to make a huge dive. J-Joe's going to cut underneath him again. Look at these guys. They're going left, right, cutting each other up. It's amazing. They're just reading each other's minds perfectly, left, right, and center. Fatweed's going to go a little bit wide there. Actually gets a bit drifty, and that's going to be J-Joe through as Fatweed tried to take the very tight line. He will not be able to stick it. But that was a great race between these two. They're good friends outside of this league as well, so Fatweed will take the undercut right now and go ahead and get on the mediums early. Interesting move for him.
Yeah, it's a bit early for my liking. I usually would say probably about lap 17 to go on to mediums to the end. It's about 12, 11 laps.
Yeah. I'm thinking
on
the
that
same
tire,
thing.
which they can do.
Yeah, I was thinking the exact same thing. There goes Chazibot, finally going to get through on J-Joe, but Chazzy's way far off the pack right now. It's really just an Esteban Eruption battle, but Dunk also a little far off this thing, so and he's on old tires. It's Eruption and Chaz and Esteban, excuse me, who decided to stay on those tires long. It's working out for him. Very backwards. Oh, he's flooring it. Uh-oh. You can feel the tilt in his throttle input, right? Oh, man. That's unfortunate. I think he's going to go into the pits right here. There he goes. I expect a retirement right here, unfortunately. We're 15 laps in. Oh. I really wouldn't retire yet still. I mean, you still never know what's going to happen, right? But yeah, I expect it. There it is.
Yeah, there it is. Unfortunate.
Very unfortunate. However, look where he's going to come out. He's going to come out in a spot that is going to hinder MV1 and Supply Raptor if they do not go in right now. They need to go in. Just looking at this, if they don't go in, they're going to get stuck by these guys. And MV1's not going to go. And Supply Raptor is not going to go. So expect them to get hindered right here. The Haas is moving right now.
Haas is still moving. It's not going to matter for MV1's purpose. I say that.
No, it won't mess up MV1, but it's absolutely going to mess up Supply Raptor literally on the apex. Literally just blocked the apex. That's crazy. Oh. That's crazy. And Marcel Pap's going to get lucky. That Haas will have enough time to clear the track, but whoa, that was tight.
Yeah, it was at that point where it just hit her Supply Raptor, but didn't totally block his corner.
Yeah. It's just enough to at least get him scared, you know? But yeah, there goes the Haas. It's pulled over to the left side of the track. It is entirely out of the way for everybody, so everybody will go ahead and clear it. No problem on the way to the S's. I'm hearing reports that MV1 is going to pit this lap as well from a Ferrari insider. So expect to see that one done and dusted. It's a bit of an undercut on Supply Raptor potentially, but remember, they got 13 seconds from MV1 to Marcel Paps, and this is a longer than 13-second pit stop, isn't it?
Yeah.
Much longer.
Much longer. It's a question of how far back will he be? Because, I mean, Pabst and Esteban have been putting in the work just trying to close up that gap, give themselves as much of an advantage as they can get, because they know those fresh mediums are gonna be flying.
Yeah, and remember also they have DRS advantage on each other as well. They're able to hop with each other, and there goes J-Joe actually losing the position to Minico. As I mentioned, DRS. He lost at 2 DRS right there. I mean, they're gonna be able to bounce with each other big time. J-Joe is in a really weird spot right here on those old hards. I mean, he's kind of almost cooked himself But he's going to have that a huge medium charge, which he's already done. I saw him do it in Tier 3, so he's got, the pace to be able to do it. Sketchy Bull, Fatweed, and Darth Q-Man are actually all having a big fight. There goes Darth Q-Man trying to defend from Fatweed. Oh my gosh, this is a big fight right here for no points. All for 12. Fatweed, huge dive. Oh, he's going to clap him a little bit. They're going to go side by side, and they're going to hit each other again. Darth Q-Man going to get the worst of that one. Miniko and J-Jo going side by side, going into the pits. And there goes Supply Raptor in the pits as well. MV1 decided not to pit right now. Supply Raptor will be on the fresh mediums with the undercut. But Supply Raptor obviously going to be right next to Miniko coming out of the pits, and he's going to tuck in right behind it. It was tight.
We've been hit with the usual Ferrari fake pit stop announcement.
Yep. Yeah, well, hey, J-Jo decided to take it instead. That's what it was.
Yes, J-Jo took it.
Yeah.
Psych, it's not this Ferrari, it's the other one.
Exactly. Hey, it still is a Ferrari. J-Jo and Mitaki, though, are going to be neck and neck. Mitaki will start up a little farther back, actually. Yeah. So no worries there. J-Jo will stay fine. Now starts the charge, though. So Raptor as well, obviously, big charge. Look at him. He's going to make a move on Miniko with absolutely no hesitation. It's going to happen on this DRS straight, guarantee. Sketchy Pull.
Oh.
How's he done that?
That's not... He crossed pit line exit.
What's he doing? What's he doing?
It's a straight line.
I know. What's he doing? Oh my gosh.
It's not like it's Jeddah where that happens sometimes.
Yeah, right? Yeah, you have to try to cut that.
Here you really have to try.
Yeah, that's incredible. Well, you know what? If anybody's going to do it, it's going to be Sketchy Bull, and the only way that he gets back in this race is with a safety car, but at the same time, he also doesn't want it because he has massive penalties. So he's kind of, no matter what, he's doomed if he does, doomed if he doesn't. Fatweed and Freddie Rozelle going side by side. Freddie actually pushing him off, giving him a 3-second. And Fatweed now cutting off Darth Q-Man's outside line. These guys are really fighting hard. It is technically for a point right now as well. So it's definitely not for nothing. In Fatweed, it's on fresh mediums. He should be able to make the move. MV1's going to go down. Where's he going to be when he comes out here, though? How far back? Will he be behind ChazzyBot? It will be. Yeah. So he's sitting in 5th, but he's in a good spot at 5th. 7 seconds-ish from the lead.
He is 5.7 right now.
That's doable.
That is very much doable.
Yeah. On the fresh mediums versus thoroughly worn hards. He's got to be careful on track limits, obviously, not to give himself another penalty. Because he's both got to get that 5 seconds and a 3-second gap to take the win. It's going to be a big task for him, but he has to clear ChazzyBot right now if he has any shot, right? There goes the yellow flag of Fatweed. He's going to lose some positions to J-Jo. J-Jo currently sitting in 12th and charging. He's looking for a spot at points. MV1 and ChazzyBot do swap positions, so MV1 is through. Can he challenge now Badunk? And if so, how long until he gets there? I think if MV1 doesn't get to Badunk before the beginning of lap 20, he's off of it.
I would give him at least to the end of lap 20 if we're being fair.
Yeah.
I would say if it's not by 21, then it's pretty much.
Well, look at this. He's already only 1.2 seconds away, and just 3 corners away. 3 corners ago, he was 2 seconds away. So that's 8 tenths in 3 corners, basically. Another tenth, another corner. I mean, he almost has DRS right here. He will be on him through the SSC. Oh, yeah.
2 tenths there.
That's crazy. That is crazy talk how fast it goes. Supply Raptor also proving it. Look at that. He gets the fastest lap of the race right now, and he's on fresh mediums as well. 1 lap older. And he didn't have to make any passes that last lap. So if MV1 had no passes made, he would have easily been on him. Oh my gosh. MV1 is absolutely charging for the win right now. He has a reasonable chance.
Oh my goodness. I'm getting some information for you. Through the last 2 sectors alone, MV1 was 1.3 seconds faster.
Oh my gosh.
That's through 2 sectors.
That's crazy. Now, Yellow Snowman is saying we can't have 4 Ferrari wins tonight. Surely not. I agree with that. That would be an unbelievable precedent. I think that would be the most dominant night of Moose Racing League history for a single team. That would be unbelievable. But Dunk had no defense for him right there. There's nothing he could do. Everyone's now 3 seconds away from the leader with tons of time to go.
Yeah.
A safety car ruins him. And we got Mintaki flying off. Yeah. Mintaki's got to get back on track quickly. Luckily enough, though, it's in the S's. Nobody's around. So Mintaki, she will be able to get back on. We had said she was really not feeling good about this track. And there goes another big whipper. So, unfortunately, that not feeling good.
Me wrong. I'm not agreeing with her.
Yep. She's got to get back on this track nice and slowly because those rears being, blistered up like that is really gonna make a big difference. Look at MV1, dude. He's 1.3 away right now. He just throw down the fastest lap by a disgusting margin. That was almost a whole second last lap.
Sorry, you beat my quali time. How dare you?
He beat your quality time in a race lap with 8 laps to go?
Yeah, I mean, I was faster. My quali time was faster than Raptor's fastest, but then that just obliterated it by about 3/10.
That's crazy. Look at this. MV1's already in DRS zone of Estenba.
That's crazy.
They just need to hope that Mintaki can literally make it back to the pits at this point, because she is a rolling yellow flag right now, unfortunately. Bit of a mistake right there from MV1, getting a little bit overzealous at the end of the S's. He's going to lose out on DRS right here. Yeah, he just barely loses it, so I don't think it's going to cost him the race, right? But he does need to make up as much time as he possibly can. Oh, look at Mintaki. She is literally off on every single corner.
Limping.
Yeah, big limps.
That's gotta be some rear wing damage.
Oh my
gosh.
gosh.
It definitely is.
Has to be.
That is rear wing.
And, I mean, she's going to be a lapped car at this point, right?
Just crawl. Just crawl. You don't even need to go fast. Just crawl.
Oh,
Crawl.
Oh, my gosh. Yep, this scares me. No, don't go fast around there. Oh, my God.
I would not be going over 100 right now. I would not be.
She's going to go into the pits. Oh, no.
Oh, no. That might be a VSC. Yeah, this does not kill MV1's race, though.
How did you call that so perfectly? That's
I've seen it
crazy.
earlier today. I've seen it earlier today.
And that's a retirement, unfortunately. That is an insane call, though, Pat. That is unbelievable.
That same incident happened earlier today, so I knew it was be a VSC.
That was an incredible call. Now, Mitaki's AI is going to go out there under VSC, though. And she should end up behind the big pack that's rounded out by Chazzy. Well behind that. I think she's going to probably ring out right in between Happy Like Pies and Miniko. Just kidding. The car's retired entirely, so lucky right there. MV1, though, definitely still in this thing. VSC has helped and hurt him? I don't know. You know? It's,
I mean, it's not a full safety car, so, I mean, MV1 is still in this.
Absolutely.
It's not neutralized where everyone else can jump on mediums or a gamble of the softs.
Yeah. MV1 just needs to make sure he does not get a drive-through right here, right? He's got to stay on him.
Yeah.
I would say it definitely did hurt him, yeah. You know, thinking a little bit more about it, Arcadia saying it's hurt him. I think you're probably about right. It is less time to gain time, and he needs to gain 3 seconds over the leader, right? He's got to break DRS on them quick, and then
Fatweed, what are we doing?
Ripping. So we'll see. Oh, Fatweed's going to pit for some fastest lap, huh?
A bit early for fastest lap.
Oh, there goes J-Joe.
No.
Oh, no, he's done it.
Oh, there's so many. J-Joe and City.
Oh, no, both of them right next to each other. That's brutal.
I mean, look at that.
That's
rough.
rough.
You're looking at Darth Q-Man and Freddy, and potentially Dreams as well, potential of sneaking in a points position.
That's wild, dude. But look at MV1 right here, dude. I mean, look at how much he's charging. Estenba there's no chance he defends this. MV1 has to get through before turn 1. And look at how much battery he has versus, dude, that's crazy. He's got a full tank.
Oh my.
100%.
All 3 of them have full tanks pretty much.
They're not using any of it. They're just trying to save. And burn coming. There it is. Burns on. See you later. Esteban's actually not even fighting it. He's just letting it happen.
Yeah.
Interesting. I think he has faith that he can stay within 3 seconds, or that the Ferrari is going to cause some trouble with eruption. It almost does right there going up into the first corner. That was really close. So MV1 now holding down second place, has a chance to make one of the most insane medium runs I think I've ever seen in Moose Racing League. The only time I could ever see a tire differential run that's more impressive was Drix, I want to say back in Season 7 at France, where he beat out people who were all on wet tires in a tough spot, and he decided to take on dries, and it worked. So we shall see what
Mitoki
happens.
had a puncture.
Oh, well, that would do it.
That's unfortunate.
Yep. Well, something that's not unfortunate is this Ferrari. Look at him. It's done. He's not going to wait any longer. See you later, Eruption. You got no chance to defend this one, and that is done and dusted. Everyone is taking the lead of this race on lap 22 and 28. Crazy run for the Ferrari Reserve, who is absolutely showing us all how it's done. But remember, he doesn't just need to get the lead. He needs to get the lead and dominate it by 3 seconds or more. If he can gap out the DRS and beat out Estenba and Eruption's DRS trading, that's how he does it. That's the only way, though. Fatweed grabbing another penalty. This is just Fatweed things.
But there are so many penalties on this track right now. We got 3, 6, 9. Numbers 15. Then we have 28.
Ooh. Oof.
And
Looks like,
Sketchy has 13.
by the way, MV1 has technically broken DRS, though Marcel will have it, but he's outside of the 1 second line.
I think he'll truly break it right here through the S's.
Oh, yeah. It's gone. Yeah, look at that. He already almost has it coming out of turn 1.
That's crazy.
He's got to fly, though. He's got to fly. So we're going to see an absolute masterclass drive from MV1 if he can get this thing done and dusted. That 3 second is really hindering him. City of R and Sketchy Bull, though, at the back, sitting in 13th and 12th, are fighting as well. They're having a nice little scrap, and J-Joe wants to get up there as well because he's already served his drive-through with City of R. They're pretty far away from points. About 10-ish seconds away from points, but never know. People are saying the mediums are going to fall off soon. I don't know. I mean, if you nurse them, they can last a long time. There goes J-Joe. They're going to move in City of R. Potentially make a double right there. No, decides to stay back. Doesn't go for an Sketchy Bull. City of R will.
I will say the
VSC
VSC has helped the medium runners big time for tire preservation.
That's true. Except, look at MV1. He did not gap out Marcel.
Marcel has been using the battery.
Yeah, he has to. That's his. Oh, Freddie Marcel's out.
Oh,
that's
a full safety
done.
car.
It's done.
Softs.
Oh no, we're gonna see a soft battle. Oh no, dude.
This has ruined MV1.
Yep.
Ruined.
He had a chance.
It's soft run because by the time we go, we'll have about 3-lap race.
Oh no, dude. Oh no,
Again?
we get the soft sprint, the tier 1 soft sprint with 3 laps to go. This is
Here they all go.
yeah, they have to.
The only one who could stay out realistically is Fatweed. He's the only one.
Yeah, potentially. Chazzybot needs to go
realistically.
Chazzy is going to be so lucky because he's going to double stack, right? But he won't lose any
Yep.
positions because Minico is 7 seconds behind him. Without that, there's no way he would keep that position. So looks like nobody's going to get double stacked. Maybe Happy in Dreams? No, even though that's a 9-second gap between the two of them. So the
Supply
J-Joe's
serving a penalty. No,
Yeah.
never mind. It was just a glitch. Wait,
J-Jo-
why is supply on mediums? Oh no.
Oh man.
Supply.
Uh-oh.
The script was there. You went against the script.
I know. He had it. Uh-oh. Yeah, everyone's very much so cooked. This 3-lap sprint is going to be ridiculous. I mean, expect chaos 100% of it. I want to let everybody know here in chat, this is not going to go well, and that's okay. It's good.
Nope. Oh, Fatweed is in the pits, by the way, for a new set of softs.
Oh my god. Everybody's gone in. Sketchy Bull has gone in as well. He's serving lots of penalties right now.
This is huge for Sketchy. He serves a 10.
Yeah. Helps him. But even then, he still is sitting on 3.
He's sitting on a 3.
Well, it's not
I'd
as
rather
bad,
be sitting
actually.
on a 3 than a 13.
Yeah, and he's going to be on the back of Fatweed, so he will actually be very much so able to make that position up. Minico MV1, though, both sitting on 3 seconds, are going to be kicking themselves.
Yeah,
and
I mean, Fatweed has 6.
I will say that one of Fatweed's, I believe he got pushed off for it, if I recall correctly.
I believe he did.
Yeah. And as of right now, look at how far Sketchy Bull is from the pack. I think they might not restart it until, the beginning of lap 26.
Yeah.
They have to.
I mean, and they would stay out for this lap anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, I will probably get going on lap 26.
We'll have 26, 27, 28. Yeah, I think that Red Bull, that V-carb at the back will catch up. Only just, but they will. Also, right now, speaking of Red Bulls, of course, they're going to have no points from this race tonight at all as a constructor. So that's going to be something. Yeah, DRS will be active for 2 laps. That's correct. Right now, teams that are
like, bro, it's like no DRS for 2 laps.
Yeah. Thank God. Hey, we get DRS on 1 lap after now, so it's going to help these guys out a lot who want to stay in some sort of, big fight for that DRS. Dude, this is going to be... Yeah, again, prepping you guys in chat. This is not going to go well, okay? There will be more crashes. It's not going to go well. It literally has never gone well. And that's okay. It's going to be wild. I would recommend, if there's an admin watching right now, just go ahead and throw that slow down on that tier 1 chat right now. Just do it preemptively.
On the safe side.
It's going to be wild.
We can always remove it later.
Exactly. We do it in post. Do it in post. This is going to be nuts. A Ferrari, an Aston Martin, and a Mercedes all fighting at the front. The Aston Martin has a lot to lose because he's currently leading the championship, but it's only just. The Ferrari and the Mercedes have nothing to lose. They're reserves. They're just hanging out, right? They're like, yeah, we're having fun. Supply Raptor's chasing. that championship rival right now of Marcel Paps. And Badunk is also up there too, with ChazyBot effectively kind of, still in the championship, but he's a little bit far away from it. But every point counts, So, both the Mercedes are looking like the strongest constructors right now. But of course, the strongest driver, I still think right now on track is MV1. I believe he's the fastest, and he's got to run with this thing. Yeah, we will see safety car in this lap.
Yeah, I'm still very confused on the calls from Supply, and it's actually both Sauber, Supply and Darth Q-Man, both on medium tires.
Interesting.
More confused. If this was like 10 laps ago, makes perfect sense.
Yep, I got no words for that one. Just interesting. That's interesting. Yeah. Arcadia says Marcel and Esteban crash, and MV1 wins. Easy, Pat. Easy right there. Hey, you never know. It's definitely possible, but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
I'm about to make a name for myself.
This is gonna be. Oh God, Pat. All right, are you ready for this?
No.
Oh,
here we go.
Safety car's in. Let's see what MV1's gonna do right here. He's gonna go nice and slow. He is doing the warm-up dance as best he possibly can.
I've seen people go at the triple right. I've seen people go on the exit of the final corner. I have no idea when he's going to want to go.
I never leave telemetry on, but I'm curious what speed he's going. He's going 40 to 50 miles an hour. He is keeping it snail's pace. Actually, he's going to hold it 60. I like that. He's thinking about going to 70. So he's gradually warming them up for everybody. And I like that he's slightly going a little bit faster, but he's not slowing down. He's actively staying at his faster paces when he gets there. So we'll see when he goes for this thing. Disable that. Let's see when he goes. Still waiting for it. He's letting those guys behind him get a little bit wiggly. Everybody behind him's wiggly, and there he goes. It's a good launch right there from Marcel Paps. Esteban was wise to it, though. He knew. He said, he's going to wait. And it's a good launch for Esteban as well, but not quite good enough to stay on their ChazyBot, though. Really good one on Badunk. He is very much so closing in on him, but they're not using energy. They're all staying holding station. Look at the way they're train racing for sure. It's train racing except for Fatweed and City of R. Look at them there, going side by side. Go through turn 1 and 2. Still side by side. Ooh, Fatweed and City of R have a light collision. Sketchable. Maybe going to look to get a little bit aggressive out of that. No, not going to make any move work right there. Marcel Paps, look at him. He's right up in the back. He's very much so on there. Happy Like Pie is also right up on the back of Minico. Looking for a great result for himself tonight. Might be actually his best of the season if he goes and converts this into a finish. So let's see what he's got. Remember, though, this is the scrappy stuff. Looking up COTA is one of the wider tracks. So one of the better tracks for something like this to happen. Minico, obviously, already almost a full second down. Does he have wind damage? I'm not sure. Happy Like Pies, though, is going to want to make a move ASAP, but I don't think he's going to have the pace to do it. Up in the front, still Marcel Paps and MV1. I think Marcel's saying, I don't even care, man. I just want to hang out. I'll let you stay in the lead. I'm just going to defend my position. That's all he's got to do is just defend from behind him, and he will take the win on penalties. It's going to be Steve R and Fatweed trading positions again at the back. It is a full grid DRS train minus Minico. He has split them in half, actually. At the end of the DRS zone is where he split it. Steve R is going to go up at the back, and then he's going to switch back on the back of Sketchable. They're having a nice little fight right there for last place. I love it. Fight's going down no matter where you're at on the grid. And that's Esteban, though. He says, hey, now's my time to shine. Let me see if I can pass you. Because I think if Esteban makes the move now on this lap, once he gets the DRS, it's the move to do it. But I think Marcel's going to make this move. So both of them, if they're going to strategize, need to get past the Ferrari down that back DRS straight. Do you think there's any other way that Esteban can win this race, Pat?
That would involve Paps getting a 3-second time penalty.
That's true.
Which, I don't know how many warnings he's on.
Happy Like Pies is going too wide with Minico to the SS. Oh, my gosh.
Oh,
that was brave from Happy. He had nothing to lose, technically, except for his front wing. But, whoa, that was very brave for sure. A big run from Darth Q-Man. Oh, my gosh. They are really scrapping it. Up at the front, we got to see this from Esteban, Marcel Paps, and MV1. Paps is burning. Esteban's burning. MV1's burning. They're all just trying to hold on. Esteban, if he does not make it through, there's no chance he wins this, in my opinion. I think he's undone. So he's going to go for it. There it is. He has to. He has to. And he's going to get it done. In fact, he's going to get way more than done. He has an incredible run out of there. And MV1 has to back out of it. The Aston Martin just barely has the inside line. There goes MV1 down the inside of Esteban. It is incredible racing up here for the top 3 positions. This podium is nowhere near settled. In fact, it's going to be Ferrari taking the outside line. Esteban giving him nothing but room. Very clean, respectful racing. It's Esteban barely making it through.
Wow.
Exceptional runs between these 3. Having great fights. And Supply Raptor on the mediums almost makes a move as well. Going into the second last corner, but decides to back out of it. Esteban has a legitimate shot at this win right now. Because if he gets a little bit tapped from MV1, but it's not going to be enough to unsettle him too bad. Esteban 4/10 away from the leader. All of them holding down energy, but Marcel Pabst, look at his battery. He's got basically a full tank, but Dunk and Supply Raptor almost trading places as well. Dude, these 2 at the top, it's anybody's game now. Who knows what's going to happen?
Pabst does have 2 warnings. I did check.
Oh, does he now?
So he's a warning away from a 3-second time limit, which would do wonders for Esteban's chances. But you gotta think Esteban's best chance is gonna come with this DRS he's just about to get.
Yep.
And the way he's sitting, he has the time that he needs, but the battery is the question.
Oh, look at the difference in the run right there. Looks like Marcel prioritized an exit. Esteban prioritized an entry. That's the difference. But look at this. I mean, it's a DRS plus battery versus just battery, right? It's a burn.
No way.
Esteban's easily got this done. Yep, no way. Oh, just kidding. It's side by side. I said easy. I was so wrong about that. Is it going to be a potential switchback? No, it's going to be the Aston Martin covering out that line. Not going to have it. MV1 almost gets opportunistic. Does not have it. Marcel Pabst has to relegate, and Esteban takes the lead on the final lap. I think Esteban might be able to have this because Marcel's way too far. Our Marcel has a huge lockup, and it's going to be MV1 through it. And Supply Raptor almost gets lucky on it as well.
Oh my god.
Esteban has played this thing to perfection. He is leading the race right here with just 2 more corners to go. Can he leak this one through? He does not get a track limit. He goes nice and slow through it. In fact, I think he's going to have it done and dusted. It's a crazy race to the end. Marcel Pabst can't pull it off. It's Esteban who somehow takes the win with everyone coming home on second on track, but he's dropped on penalties. Marcel Pabst takes second. Supply Raptor in third. Chazzy in fourth. And MV1 rounds out our top 5 with Badunk just barely a second off of him in 6th. Halfback Pies in 7th. J-Joe gets tons of points in 8th, by the way. Tons of points for J-Joe for a tier 4 driver. That is criminal. Wow.
Minako and Sketchy just crashed each other around the line.
No, they did.
They did after the finish. It was funny.
Oh, man. Unfortunate.
I know they are both not happy.
I'm sure they're not.
They had a comedic moment at the end. Hopefully they can have a small smile of that comedic moment, but unfortunate for them. But Esteban, how on earth
I don't know.
did he pull that off? I mean, we talked about it at the beginning.
Yeah.
About
that was
potential. I'm like, I don't know. But he proved me wrong.
That was absolutely incredible. Also, just outside of that, Darth Q, man, sitting in 9th from 16th. Insane drive. And City of R brings home another point for the Haas team. They'll take everything they can get. Well done for City of R, grabbing home that 10th. And Fat Weed, obviously, the bridesmaid position in 11th. Miniko and Dreams come home in the final 2 finishing positions. Sketchable also finished, in 14th. A ridiculous race right there. Esteban with the great win. Marcel Pabst of Eruption in 2nd. Supply Raptor, another podium for him as well. It's strong. It's great.
Oh, my God.
But Esteban is the only one who hurts the championship standings. But outside of that, doesn't do any sort of difference because it's still exactly in the order of how they are. Pabst is ahead of Supply Raptor in the championship. So no change to championship.
Look at J-Joe.
I know, 8th? What the heck, dude?
How?
And somebody might even get a penalty in front of him, and he might even get higher than that. Like,
That'd be insane.
yeah, anything's possible at this point, man. I'm not going to rule anything out. That's nuts. Anyway, we can get any of those 3 guys into the interview room if you're able to ask them, Pat. That'd be lovely.
Eruption's in there. I'm going to try to get Esteban.
Esteban rarely does an interview. Supply Raptor will always jump in, though. That much I know. So, Supply Raptor, always a homie. Always willing to hang out with us here in the media booth and have a good time. That was craziness,
I
dude.
have asked them.
That was craziness. So right now we only have Eruption in here?
Yeah, only Eruption right now.
Okay. We'll see if we can get Supply Raptor. If we can't, in the next, 20 seconds, we'll go ahead and bring Eruption in here. We can bring Supply Raptor after that. Yeah, absolutely nuts. We got Andy here in the chat. He definitely enjoyed that race. I'm sure all you guys like that race. That was a bonkers finish. That's exactly what we hope for every single race, to have a finish like that. And we got it, Pat. I feel like every single time you're here, Pat, we get a better race. And that's saying something because they're already amazing. Well, dude, I mean, they just keep getting better and better and better. It's absolutely amazing. So, yeah, these drivers all deserve kudos for that one. Somehow they all kept it clean at the top 2 while all having exceptionally tough fighting. Like, that's the difference between this and F1 Esports, and that's why I think this is a better watch. Because at the end of the day, like, I love F1 Esports, but like, you don't get this kind of passing and overtaking and aggressive moves, but faith in each other to make aggressive moves because they're just too close almost. They're so robotically quick at the top. There's just no room for that. But here, at Tier 1 in Moose Racing League, it is the best racing, in my opinion, on the entire F1 game in the world. It's just perfect.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's exceptional. Well, I wonder if we're going to get anybody. Did we get any of the other two, or we just still got Eruption?
It's just Eruption and Supply in there.
Let's bring Supply Raptor in here, if you can. It'd be great.
All right.
Give him the drag, Mr. Supply Raptor. My dude, another podium for the season. How are you feeling today? Also, it looks like you're muted.
I'm good. I feel better.
Yeah?
I feel better.
Good.
It's been wow.
Yeah, it's been a little bit. The last podium you had was round 1. So yeah, it's been a little while. You've obviously had a couple of races that you've had to miss. And so it's good to see you going up here and getting some points again. And pretty strong points too. I mean, obviously it's going to move you up in the championship because Arcadia didn't race tonight. And you beat out Chassis. So definitely going to move you closer to the top. How are you feeling about your overall race so far?
Pace was not that great. So, but yeah, the pace was not great today. But my qualifying pace was not great either. So, but luckily the safety car saved me. So.
That last safety car, I mean, I'm always scared of the 3-lap sprints. They terrify me every single time. So the fact that you guys made it through was incredible. Well done. You weren't here for a few seasons ago at Singapore when we had the 3-lap sprint to remember forever that I think is still lost, still in our canals, the archives. I'm sure Pat remembers that one very well.
Very much.
And ever since then, like, we've been scarred, honestly, for these 2-3-lap safety car restarts. You guys did an exceptional job. What do you think was the key to making this one work so well rather than turn into, devolve into chaos?
Just staying out of trouble.
It's fair.
That's good advice.
Nobody did that a couple seasons ago, so that's good. We need more of that. I mean, honestly, the racing in front of you was unfreaking real. And I'm also very curious. You got yourself onto the mediums at the very end. I doubt that was a calculated choice, but was it, or did you just forget to switch to softs?
It was the choice because
really?
I thought because softs was, I don't think used softs couldn't make it to the end, and
you had used softs.
Yeah, used softs. So
okay, well that's fair. Everybody else in front of you all took new softs.
Oh yeah.
That makes so. I mean, the fact, how you hung out with them and they were all on new soft and you're on new mediums. That's incredible, man. That's a great run.
Yeah, I was happy with that.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, the final 3 laps made out for any sort of other stuff that you had throughout the race. So I think it's a great race, great job, and you got a lot to be proud of. So great racing tonight, man. We're going into the penultimate round next week. How are you feeling about the second to last round? Of course, next week we're going to be going to Singapore, which was the home of that famous final lap shenanigans.
Yeah, I was about to say that. I think I feel a lot better going into Singapore than this track because I think this track seemed to not have pace, but I'll look into it, see what's going on. But for now, I'm focused on Singapore. But I think I feel better in Singapore.
Yeah, I mean,
for sure.
I'm expecting to see a pretty good result from a lot of people. I think you'll be, one of the guys to watch for sure. So excited to see what you got next week. And yeah, man, great racing tonight. Well done.
No problem. Thank you.
See you later, brother.
My boy. Peace.
Well, Pat, let's see if we can maybe get one more guy in here. I think we've got who's next up? Eruption. Oh yeah, the championship leader. There he is. What's going on, Eruption? How you doing, man? Congratulations on a great race tonight. Second place, barely usurped on the final lap. How are you feeling about that race overall?
I'm kind of tired right now because I was on two warnings the whole time, and on the last lap I kind of broke a little bit late, and if I would have gone off track, it would have been a 3 second. That's why I lost the position to MV1, but still I take a P2 at a track like this.
Yeah, dude, honestly, you were very consistent throughout the race, and it's really hard to hang on to somebody like Essenbach at a moment like that. Like, obviously, you know, he was giving you as hard of a fight as anybody possibly could, so he was putting tons of pressure on you, and to lose it on the last lap is honestly no worries. Like, honestly, you freaking threw down a heck of a race. And of course, who even cares, because he's a reserve. You're still going to move up in the championship, you know, standings. You're sitting very pretty right now in first with 2 rounds to go. Is a little bit of weight lifted off your shoulder, or do you still kind of have that job's not done mentality right now?
Like, I think Minico got P12, so no points for him.
Correct. Yep.
So that's a pretty big lead right now, and the target will be in Singapore to just stay ahead of Minico, and then I've won it.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, technically, Cookie could come back and go throw down, right? And Badunk technically could have some really good results as well, but I believe he's now more than 50 points away from you, so I think you've done it on Badunk. I think Cookie's the only one that technically could get you on math, and Minico probably could on math as well. So you're right. Hey, just a good Singapore, and it's done and dusted, right? This would be a really good result for you. Are you surprised, you know, now that we're this far into the championship, that it went so well, or are you like, yeah, this is meant to be?
Like, I knew that it's gonna be difficult with... I hoped it's gonna be Rix, because his pace at the beginning looks pretty fast.
Yeah.
But then it switched over to Cookie, which I didn't expect, but yeah, you can't count out the current Tier 1 champion.
Yep. Yeah, I was gonna say,
But
he was a champ for a reason, right? However, Drix is our second most winningest driver in Moose Racing League history, so there's also a reason why he's up there, you know? In those OG days, he would do the 20-something race long seasons, and he would dominate them for race 1 to race 20. So, yeah, he was always scary, but unfortunately, you know, obviously him dropping out, it means it's just you and Cookie. Going into Singapore, are you confident on that track, or is that one that you're a little bit worried about?
nope, I'm very confident. It's one of my most favorite tracks, and also I was on the last games I was pretty fast on here, so I should be confident. And this week I have a lot of time to practice,
Good.
so I go for some records here on this track.
All right. Well, let's see that record-breaking pace and in action, obviously, at Singapore. Excited to see what you got. Pat, any last words for our friend Eruption before we let him go?
No, I mean, just insane race. A little unlucky the end didn't come away, but, I mean, you're still doing great in this championship. I'm excited to see what you do in Singapore.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Uh-huh. Adios, brother.
Yeah, see you.
See you next week. Well, are we gonna be getting Essenbach in here, or is he not gonna be joining us?
He's not coming, but I did find your Singapore moment where we had 5 DNFs in that left shootout.
Nice. Hey, you know what? If you want to screen share it right now and leave your camera on, I think it'll show up in the intervio. For those of you guys that are curious about this,
let me get back to where the chaos begins, because I had to find it and scroll through.
Yeah. So for any of you guys that are here in chat that did not remember this amazing moment, we had a 2-lap shootout. Let me go ahead and pop over there so I can click the watch stream button. We had a 2-lap shootout, and it ended in as many tiers as is humanly possible. There it is. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, there it is. Yep. And it was nothing but chaos.
And it only gets worse. It's also 20-second penalty. I haven't seen those in a while.
Oh yeah, there's a hit right there, and then just reverse straight into them. This is incredible.
This just gets worse and worse.
It does, doesn't it? Oh yeah, it does. I forgot, because that's only like a couple corners in, and we still have the sling, where it gets even worse at the sling, if I recall correctly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was craziness. That was a wild race. Oh yeah, there's more right here. Yeah, look at them. They're hitting each other. Oh my gosh, this is like PTSD remembering this, y'all.
Yeah, it's funny seeing some old names in here and some guys who are still in this tier.
Yep. Hey, I mean, any of them dropped down? No longer in tier 1. I can't really see it that well.
Gary dropped down.
Yep.
Bob's dropped down.
Yeah.
Stig, when he was still racing, dropped down.
Yep. Wow. There's another hit right there. Yeah. It's just everybody just dies.
Yeah, everyone's going for it. It's like last lap, gotta go.
Yeah, this is what we were all scared of. For anybody in chat that did not remember this, it was.
Oh.
Yeah, I remember this one as well. Huge dive, throws them into the wall right there. It was.
This is the one. There it is.
Yeah, another kill. Yeah, I remember that one. And then, and they're all gonna get caught up right there as well. And boom, almost hits them. Snowman's just like not even sure where to go. And boom.
That was just beautiful.
That was a sick move from him. Yeah, I remember that. I think we gave out probably 3 minutes worth of penalties at the end of that race. So
yeah, there was a lot of penalties, I remember.
Yeah. Well, we can go ahead and pause that one and go ahead and say bye for everybody for the night, guys. Thank you again for everybody watching tonight. I hope you guys all had a great time. Of course, I did. It was an insane one. It always is. Of course, next time we're live is going to be next Sunday for a phenomenal round of Singapore racing for all 6 tiers. It's gonna be bonkerino. So make sure you guys jump in and tune in for that one. Pat, thank you so much for joining me tonight. It was exceptional having you back here in the booth as always. And any last words before we get out of here?
I mean, gotta keep it going. 2 rounds left. Let's make it a fun, exciting end to what has been a fantastic season 11 on F124.
Oh yeah, it's going to be a great one, and excited for also season 12 coming up very soon. It'll be here before you guys know it. Well, y'all, as always, keep being wonderful. Keep making it a better place. Thank you so much for the phenomenal racing tonight, and we'll see y'all on the flip side. Adios, everybody.